This video here is on the 2601, 2301 should be the same. It's a 2018 model. This is like a second video for the treadle pedal being stiff. I know on previous models and or different models like the L series, the pedal is a lot lighter, way less stiff. So I'm going to show you what I did here. I went to the hardware store and bought a bunch of springs just to see which one would work. And underneath here, I already went ahead and did a grease circ fitting mod. I put one on each end. That's in my other video. Hopefully you guys can look that one up and find it. They got grease fittings everywhere from the factory, all along the tractor. So what I did was pulled that out. So you got to remove this spring. I already had it tore apart in my old video. And then you pull this arm off here. This is for your cruise control. Right here, it locks into your teeth. So you'll want to pull this pin off and this pin off. And then that'll allow you to pull this side off right here. Then you go over here and pull your treadle pedal off. And again, I showed a video of pulling the bolts out of your, I called it a wheel well. It's your floorboard foot panel, my bad, in the other video. And along with this arm here and this spring here, and that'll allow you to pull this shaft out. Try to get it to focus here. That'll allow you to pull this shaft out through here, and then you have to pull the floorboard up in order to get it through this slot. And that'll allow you to drill on top for the Zerk fitting mod. So for the spring mod, there's two springs down here. There's a larger, longer one and a shorter one. So this one would have been in front like this, and this one was in the rear. So what I did was swapped it out with these two springs here. They're really similar in length. I'm guessing like 200 thousandths. I didn't measure them to be exact. This is my local hardware store part number on this one. Maybe you guys can find it online for the short side. And this here is for the long side. And I just cut the loop here. It's really closed pretty much on these. I just cut it, made it more like a hook like this style. And I put that in replacement of these. And I also took this one off above the switch and this one off. Tried either way, running one versus the other, but this is the closest and safest bet to the factory setup, other than its extremely significant difference in stiffness. And even actually show you here on this brake pedal, this spring here, it's pretty stiff. It doesn't bother my foot because it's out, more relaxed feel versus uptight with this. But even with that, I'll show you real quick. You pull this spring off. So that's totally disconnected. And the brake's still returning just fine with way less pressure. I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just showing you that, they are stiff. I understand once you start using them and they stiffen up the linkage. It's just a safety precaution to, hey, pull that brake back so it's not messing with the hydrostat. But these springs here, as you can see right there, it's a little tight fit to get them up in there. But I did it when I had this apart. This arm here hooked to your dampener along here. There's a pin in the back behind the spring right here. And then this pin here that you're already going to have pulled off if you pull this off and decide to do the mod that I did under here. And I'll show you up top. It's hard to tell in the video showing how much resistance, but here it is. It feels more like an L series model to me. I went to the dealer and tried both side by side. the B series and the L series, and this feels way better. It was a lot stiffer to push down like this, causing strain on my knee. I mean, if it was more of a relaxed feeling, it might not have been too bad. But I can start it up and show you that it didn't affect the way it stops and shuts down on the hydrostat. I still run the dampener, so it's fine. So here's reverse. So my biggest problem was the reverse side. It was extremely stiff. And the front wasn't so bad, but it definitely helped out a lot. I got about a half hour on the tractor for, run time, seeing if it caused any issues so far. So far, so good. I'll do a later video with more hours on it showing basically the same thing and a result of if it messes with the tractor or not, which I don't believe it will. It may or may not void the warranty if they even know about it, but I don't think it will. I just replaced it with lighter springs. I will still run this park and brake spring. That was just a quick to show you, you don't even really need it on there. So if you wanted to even do that, you can put a lighter spring on there. But it's not really that big of an issue with the brake pedal. And I also went ahead and bent this tab down a little bit to get full cruise control. And I adjusted my pedal. Mine was out of adjustment from the factory or something right here. So I wasn't getting full speed, nor I wasn't able to lock in my cruise control. It would only lock into about here. So there was really no sense of using it. But I adjusted it and I still got clearance on the pedal, even with pushing hard. And full reverse. So that helped it out so far, so good. It's way less lighter, and I hope that helps a lot of people out, and maybe they can do the same mod or something similar. If you do, let me know. Any other questions or comments, hit me up, and hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.